Alright, you're with Al. This is Chronicles of a Not Yet Champion Golfer. I've just been working on a bit of distance control with the Al wedges. Nearly hit a seagull. I'm doing alright, to be honest. That's me grouping. Yeah, that's me grouping. I'm trying to find a yardage that I'm strong at. So when I get on the golf course and you say, right, what's your favourite yardage? What do you want to lay up to on a par 5? I don't really know. I used to think actually I'd rather be 210 yards away than I would be from 50 yards. Not always been a strength, this. I always thought it was a mental issue, but I was technically awful. I've addressed the technical issues. Right, so no duff shots. Distance control's decent. I ended up under a tree in a bunch of nettles. But as I say, I've got out of that way of practicing where I've got my strong yardage, so that's what I'm doing. I've already hit a few warm-ups. Always get your stick out when you can. So I'm not going to show you them because I'll just, well, I can show you a couple of them. Anyway, so you get the idea on that. I'll hit 10 shots, completely free of any thought of how far they're going, really. Just trying to make the same swing over and over again. My position 5 to 5. We'll measure how far they've gone. My Bushnell's got low battery. Flashes up with LOB, and I always thought that was telling me to hit a lob shot when I first got it. It's as easy as that to get a yardage that you're fairly strong at. According to what I've just done there, this one should pitch in the hole. I've just thinned it right the way through the back of the green. Anyway, yeah, you get it. Right, so I've hit me warm-up shots. You can see me divots there. Just pick a swing that you're comfortable playing. Get your middle wedge, so for me that's a 54 because I use 58, 54, 50. Make a swing that you feel comfortable making. It's not a full swing, you know, a 3/4 swing, whatever it might be. Make a swing that you know you can repeat all the time and then give it a name. 3/4, 75%. Call it Dave if you want, doesn't make a difference. But just practice that shot. For me, I work on like numbers in positions. Position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is full. Mirror image on the way through. You know, that's a position 2 there. That's position 2 there. Hit however many balls you want, 20 balls, same shot, middle wedge. Not to any specific yardage, you're just hitting it, but just trying to repeat the same swing and over and over and over and over again. So that's my position 5 to 5. Like a 3/4 shot. It's not normally a complete fat like that. Not learning anything there. Unless you can consistently fat it exactly the same way as I've just done it, then your yardage, your distance control is going to be good. Consistent fat, that's what we're after. So you get the idea, making the same swing over and over and over and over again. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Or like 10 times. Nearly hit a seagull. Right, so this is the test, so you actually find out what yardage you are good at. Knowing your yardages is so important, and this is so simple to do. You don't need to hit millions and millions of balls. Just get a swing that you're consistent at, you know you can repeat, and then test it and see what your average yardage is with it. So I've got 10 balls set up. Pick a target that I'm aiming for, not a yardage. I'm just going to make that swing 10 times. Go through your routine, make sure you're doing it properly. Hopefully don't fat or thin any, because that's going to make quite a difference to the yardage. I spoke with the caddy video I did with Jamie last week. I fatted it at Q School. I'll tell you the story. I was 3 under par. I think I needed to shoot about 4, I think, to make the cut, 4 under. So I had 3 holes to go, par 5. I was like 65 yards short, and I took 4 to hit the green, and then birdied the next to get back. I think I got back to 2 under, and then made a 7 on the last from like green side and 2. So not always been a strength, this. 10 shots, you're just trying to make that swing. So I'm just trying to repeat that. Now this is easier to do, and it's easier to measure when the ground's soft like it is now. If you do this mid-summer and the ball's bouncing, it's harder. But then you might need to see if you can borrow or have a session on someone's TrackMan, or have someone standing up there and catch your balls as it lands by them. Oh no, big pull. Concentrate on the 10 shots. You want a consistent yardage. That's stupid. 3 balls to go, no major fats yet. Last one. Alright. He bloody loves it, Ray. I've hit 10 shots there. I'm going to go up, measure them, and then we've got our base yardage then. Simple that, really simple. It's the swing I feel like I can repeat over and over again. Right, so I'm just going to go measure the distance and how far I've hit most of those balls. Pretty good for distance. You got the one on the left there that we hit the pull, which obviously goes further as normal, so disregard that. These are all pretty much good yardage really. So I've got my Bushnell, which is from about 2004, still works though. Measure it back to my bag. My Bushnell's got low battery, that's good, isn't it? Flashes up with LOB, and I always thought that was telling me to hit a lob shot when I first got it. Okay, just enough battery to tell me 88 yards. So that's my base yardage, my standard pitch shot, 88 yards. That 5.5 pitch shot, that Dave, that Ken. It's as easy as that to get a yardage that you're fairly strong at. Get really good at that, and what that does, it gives you not just one shot. You've then got that same swing with your 50-degree wedge, which for me should add about 10 yards. That'll go 98. With 58, 10 yards less, 78. And if you want to go real in-depth with it, you can go up the grip if you're gripping in the middle on that, but I don't really like to go too far down the grip, so I feel like I'm too crouched over it. I'm short enough as it is. Gives you that range of shots without having to overthink too much. Going out and playing, if you've got 100 yards and you know you hit your 5.5 swing with a 50 goes 98 yards, well, you've only got to add 2 yards to that swing. You haven't got to find 98 yards from the point where the ball is. You've got to find 2 yards from that swing. Dead simple practice, but really, 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 really effective. These boys love it. See these boys over there? They absolutely love it, them. You're talking like 7-8 days a week. 8 days a week, that doesn't work. Absolutely love it. But I don't think they practice their yardages out here and hit balls to find out. He's got 100 yards in there, but he hasn't got a clue how far he's hitting it. Anyway, enough of my rubbish. I'm going to go and hit one on the course now and see actually from 88 yards if I can repeat it. Hopefully we won't thin it through the back. Okay, one ball, 88 yards. According to what I've just done there, this one should pitch in the hole. Obviously take conditions into play, so you know, ground's soft at the moment, but in the summer this is all carry, 88 yards in the air. Obviously in the summer if the greens are rock hard, that might run out to 95, or if I thin it, it might run out to 142. This one's going to stop dead next to the hole, 88 yards, just that Dave swing. I've just thinned it right the way through the back of the green, under a tree in a bunch of nettles. That practice was good then, wasn't it? What a joke. Okay, take 2. Distance was good. 12 foot right. Need to work on the direction. Put your divots back. Divot was still on the club face. Wasn't a great shot, to be honest, but it shows the importance of getting the distance control right. I've got that pin high, pushed it what I would say is miles right. That's probably 12 foot away, which from 88 yards, it's no disaster, is it? You're giving yourself a chance. Distance control is massive. Everyone's distance going to be different. Obviously take into account the wind conditions. It's about -3. Plenty of challenges you can set up. I'll be setting up other challenges in another video. Please like and subscribe. Bottom down there. See you next Tuesday.